Takes and Company. Andrew Hody with you. Matthias Sandahar to my left. Jake Malensik right below me here on screen. Hope everyone's having a great week. It's been a terrific week in sports. Let's hear from the guys now as we get the show started. Matthias, Jake, what up?
I'm doing good. It's been like you said, a great week in sports, and that means we have a lot of great stuff to talk about.
A lot of great stuff indeed. And another comment, by the way, from I Love DK Metcalf. Our boy is
Yeah,
back.
Matthias.
Our boy
Sneaking
is
in.
back. The not
I missed
burner
him last
Matthias
week. I really
account.
did.
I missed him too. It was 1 week too long with no comment from I Love DK
Yeah.
Metcalf. But he's coming back, and he'll be back at the end of the show. And I'm sure I Love DK Metcalf. If you're watching right now, we
I
got your
hope you
back.
are.
We got your back. We're going to read your comment on the show at the end. And hey, if you're not I Love DK Metcalf and you have anything to say to us, please comment on the video. And if you're watching this on Facebook or X or any other platform as well, or even the Reels on IG, we'll reply to your comments there too. So make sure to reach out to us and give us your sports takes as well, because we want to hear your takes as you hear our raw takes here on Raw Takes and Company. All right. Well, gentlemen, we're going to do things a little bit differently this week, as we discussed before the show. We are going to uh, do the games with the headlines this week, as opposed to just the NFL headlines to start the show. So that way we can intermix a lot of what's going on, because it's kind of been a little bit relatively of a slow week to start off. And, today's Wednesday, mixing it up a little bit too on the show with a different day of the week. So, Matthias, we're going to keep things rolling right away. We're going to do 3 minutes and 30 seconds a game this week, just to kind of give us a little bit more in detail thoughts, because there was a lot to say about some of these games. And Matthias has the floor to start things off with his well, actually, no, he's got the Steelers in a little bit. We'll start off with the Seahawks and Rams. You have the
All right.
floor, Matthias.
I got a lot to talk about this game as well because, man, Jake, you did nail it on the head. You said that there's going to be a point where Sam Darnold. No, you said it about Daniel Jones, but it's also applying to Sam Darnold, where it's coming to a point in the
Same
season.
idea.
Yeah, where it's just like, okay, are they really those guys? And this one, I believe this is going to be our NFC Championship game. Like what's it called? Like the Eagles can be great competition for that. The Lions can be great competition, but this game was a phenomenal one despite like the turnovers. 4 interceptions from Sam Darnold and still only a 2-point game. Like an absolutely wild ride throughout the game. JSN, even in a loss, with 9 receptions for 105 yards, Puka Nacua with 75 and 7, and Matthew Stafford. He didn't have to score he didn't have to get all the yards, but when he did throw, he was efficient with those 2 touchdowns definitely mattering. And I think I think even in a loss, both of these teams looked good. Like everyone won this game except Sam Darnold. Like I want to see them run it back as soon as possible. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Jake, I'll start with you. I know you're a Stafford guy. So yeah, how'd you feel about this game?
This was kind of a win-win for me in terms of I've been pounding the table for the Seahawks on this podcast for like 5 straight weeks. So if they won, that was going to be cool. And then I picked the Rams this week in our pick 'em. So like I was kind of set no matter what. But yeah, I am a Stafford guy, and he was one of my favorite quarterbacks when I was growing up. So he was playing on like the worst Lions teams ever. And I'm just like, it's so great to see him kind of prove everybody wrong. And he's been this talented his whole career. He's been this great. And he's been playing for the Lions for a lot of it. So nobody ever cared. Nobody ever really like believed that he was good. Um, it's great to see him playing well. It's great to see the Rams playing well. Sean McVay is just an incredible, incredible coach. Not only is he a genius and an offensive mastermind, but like he's kept the Rams relevant. They went Super Bowl and then they had a down period, and now they're just back to being awesome again. So shout out to the Rams. They're great. And I kind of like what you said about, I think both teams did win a little bit. You had your worst Sam Darnold game, and you only lost by 2 on the road to a really good team. So let's see these two teams play again when Sam Darnold probably isn't going to turn the ball over 4 times. And we'll get an opportunity to see the real version of the Seahawks.
Yeah,
Andrew?
and that's the thing. Even with the 4 turnovers, he was what's it called? He was dealing for 279 yards. Like it was just crazy. But Andrew, I want to know what you think.
Sam Darnold, the turnovers definitely were a concern. I don't know. If I'm a Seattle fan, I'm actually concerned, to be honest with you, because Sam Darnold reverted back to the Sam Darnold we knew of the past in that game to a degree with the turnovers. Yes, I do think he's a much better quarterback than he was in his past, but I'd be concerned if I'm a Seahawks fan seeing that. Having said that, though, from the Rams' perspective, I have not much to say. I'm also a Matthew Stafford fan, have been his whole career. I really thought the Lions could have been able to figure things out with the trade. Before trading him, I thought they would, but Matt Stafford never had a Dan Campbell his entire coaching career either. Jared Goff ended up getting that, and that trade might be one of the best in NFL history, especially if Detroit wins a Super Bowl. So, to me, I'm happy for the Rams, and I'm happy Matthew Stafford's finally above 500. If he's going to build a Hall of Fame legacy, which I think a lot of us believe he can, he needed to be above 500.
I want that.
Yeah, I want it too. I think if he gets another Super Bowl, that'd be good too. And the Rams might be on their way to that. I'm
Go
keeping
get him an MVP this year, please.
Yeah, gets MVP, makes more of a case.
If he gets the MVP this year, I think he's in.
Agreed. And I don't mean to go too much over time.
No, you're good. But we'll go short on another one.
But yeah, Stafford to me, he's been terrific, and for his career, I think if he ends up getting an MVP and maybe even another Super Bowl, that would be a great way to get into the Hall of Fame, especially seeing, the fact that he played for Detroit his entire career, and that pretty much contaminated the first 10 years of his professional career until he got to the Rams and immediately won the Super Bowl. All right, sorry to go a little long there, Jake. We'll move on to your first game, Bears and Vikings.
Yeah, I don't really have a lot here other than the Bears, man. They just find ways to win football games, and it's really rarely ever pretty. And it's rarely ever like how you want to win. Like, it's just kind of, we're going to accidentally this, we're going to accidentally that, but we're going to keep winning. And, on one hand, that's good teams find ways to win. So is it that, or is it the Bears are just accidentally-ing a bunch of wins, and they're now, 7-3, 7-4, something like that?
And they lead the NFC North.
Yeah. And so it's like, it's a tough thing to look at from a fan perspective, because it's like, I don't think they're that good. But also, I'm not going to discredit a team for getting 7 wins in the NFL, right? I'm in a weird spot with the Bears, and I'm curious if you guys are in that same spot. I was listening to a podcast earlier today. Somebody called them a paper tiger because they're good, but are they just going to fall apart? Andrew, I'll start with you. We could talk about Minnesota later, but Chicago's not good, are they? Are they just a bad 7-win team?
I'm looking at the Bears' wins right now. They're not against good teams, guys. They lost to the Vikings and Lions to open the year, and their only other loss since was against the Ravens when the Ravens were starting to get back to being the Ravens again. So to me, I'm looking at the wins here. They blew out the Cowboys, which might be their most respectable win, but they played the Raiders, Commanders, Saints, Bengals, Giants, Vikings, and I don't think the Vikings are that good right now. Those aren't that impressive to me, and I look at their remaining schedule. They put Pittsburgh coming up. They have the Eagles. They have the Packers twice. The Browns is an easy game, so yeah, and the 49ers is going to be tough too.
Is it?
He's with the Lions. And he's with the Lions.
Caleb Williams against our defense?
Huh?
Caleb Williams against our defense?
I don't believe in Caleb Williams.
Right. Against the Browns defense?
Yeah. No, I don't. So yeah, you're not wrong. The Browns defense probably stays in the game.
That game's
I think the Bears are going to fall off a little bit. I want to
probably 10-7.
Are they the Denver Broncos of the NFC?
Holding the fort down, to be honest with you.
They might be.
Johnson, to me, has been coaching really well for the Bears, especially in late situation football. And that's what he did in Detroit, too. That's what he did in Detroit. So to me, if I were honest with you, I think the Bears are going to fall off. I think they still stay relevant in the divisional race, but I trust Green Bay and Detroit just because they've been there and done that more than I trust.
For what it's worth, I don't trust the Packers worth a damn.
I don't trust the Packers either. I trust the Lions out of those 3 teams overall, just because they've been the
Packers.
Yeah,
we'll talk about it later.
We'll talk about it later, but to be honest with you, I think the Bears are going to fall off, and I want to leave some time to Matthias. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know. The same complaints that I've said about Denver, I could kind of put on the Bears, but they're both winning. So I'm what can I even say? They're both winning. which is what matters. But their defenses are playing well, held Justin Jefferson to only 61 yards. Is that from him lacking chemistry? Who knows? But yeah, the Bears keep
Jalen
doing
Johnson
what they need to
effect,
do.
if he played. I don't know if he played. He's good, though.
Bears do need to just keep figuring out ways to win if they want to, like, sustain what they're doing, obviously. But to me, I don't know, man. It's just they're winning games the last second, and I think a lot of it's coaching. I just think Ben Johnson's really been the guy pulling the rabbit out of a hat. I don't necessarily know if it's been the talent, and I think they got a
Yeah,
tough.
but when can you say, oh yeah, the Bears keep winning close games?
Never. No. This is the first time in a while the Bears, probably since 2010 or 2018. 2018, probably when they had Mitch Trubisky, the 1 year with the defense that was all world. But I mean, the Bears have never shown anything that great since 2010. And we don't need to get into the Jay Cutler era right now because I have a lot to say about that. All right. Browns Ravens. Shedeur Sanders in the second half making his debut. That's been the highlight here. All the Browns fans started going nuts when that happened, but he was awful in the second half. Dylan Gabriel had the team, I think, in a good position before his injury. Um, I mean, I honestly think, people are blaming the lack of preparation for Shedeur. I just think he looked like a fifth round pick, and you can't expect much more else than what you saw the other day. I think they are prepping Shedeur behind the scenes more than people give him credit for. And now they have a full week coming up against the Raiders to prep with Shedeur Sanders under center. I mean, give me a break. I don't want to hear any excuses for Shedeur Sanders right now. He wasn't good in that game. Period. End of story. He had one good pass at the end of the game. He looked like a fifth round pick. He's still a rookie. I'm not going to, over criticize from what we saw in that situation. But I'm not blaming Stefanski. I'm not blaming Shedeur. I mean, I'm just blaming Shedeur I'll blame Shedeur as a rookie. It was a tough situation, and you're playing the Ravens. You were in the game the whole time, so I really don't want to blame coaching. I really don't. To me, it's just the Browns aren't good. Period. They're just not good. And Shedeur, the overhype for him with what he showed on Sunday, there should be no excitement for overexcitement, I should say, for Shedeur Sanders after that. I'm sorry. He looked like a fifth round pick. He played like a fifth round pick. And against the Raiders, I expect him to play like a fifth round pick. He might be better in his game against the Raiders, but I don't have high expectations. I never had high expectations for Shedeur Sanders. And I think it all needs to settle down a little bit, especially after how he played against the Ravens. But as I said, he's still a rookie, and it's still just a small sample size. You never know. He could prove me wrong against the Raiders this week, and we still have a lot of season to go. But Dylan Gabriel looked a lot better than Shedeur Sanders, and has looked better than Shedeur Sanders this whole season so far. I want to give the floor open to you guys. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Jake. You're the Browns fan.
Yeah, here's the thing, man. Dylan Gabriel sucks too. So I'm willing to just try whatever it takes at this point. Um, just bring me Fernando Mendoza and let's get rid of both of these dudes. Like at the end of the day, here's the thing with Shedeur. I I don't want to make excuses for the kid, but I will say this. Not getting any first team reps this whole entire season because the team is developing another rookie in front of you is incredibly damning that that's the situation that he's found himself in. And I don't know if that's true. And I don't know if Kevin Stefanski is just saying that to cover his quarterbacks behind, which might be the case. But if that is true, then it is a little bit concerning that you're not giving your rookie quarterback who came in the second half not knowing anything about the first team reps. I mean, Wyatt Teller telling the media that he didn't know what Shedeur's cadence sounds like. And again, none of those can define how bad he played. He was still really, really bad, but I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt against a worse team next week with reps that he might play better. And yeah, you're right. He might play like a fifth round pick against the Raiders and it's just over and it's fine. But I don't want to give up on a kid who had to play against that defense in that situation.
Matthias, I'll leave the floor open to you for a little bit here.
So I'll just do like one or two sentences to keep it rolling. Yeah, Shedeur played like a rookie and not having any reps to the point that Wyatt Teller couldn't recognize your cadence is like, that's not something that a team would just lie about. And I'm just going to leave it at that.
I think the coach would lie about it. I don't think the players would lie about it.
Yeah.
Kevin would lie to make it seem like Shedeur didn't play that bad, but I don't think that all of the players would come out and say stuff like that. So that's I agree with you there.
And I'm just going to say this off the rep because this is going off with everything with a lot of the big media pundits and a lot of the fans here. At the end of the day, Shedeur Sanders was drafted in the 5th round. He was drafted in the 5th round for a reason because all 32 organizations didn't believe in him as high as a first-round pick. The fact we're treating him like a first-round pick, and I don't know if it's just because his dad is Dion or anything like that, it's asinine at this point, okay?
It's because the real
asinine. It just
a lot of the reason is because there are analysts and people who had him graded as a much higher round pick than the 5th.
But that's I get that, but he did not get drafted in the 1st or 2nd round.
Right, but you could say that about 900 different people. Like,
I mean,
I had Amon-Ra St. Brown
never know until you
graded as a 2nd round pick, and the kid got drafted in the 4th, and look what happened. He's playing like you know what I mean?
Yeah, so, I get it. I'm not arguing that, but like the bottom line is this. There was outrage after he wasn't drafted in the 1st round. There's outrage after essentially one start. I mean, people, I think Kevin Stefanski has honestly been like it's just been trouble for him. Like, because everyone's going at Kevin Stefanski for this situation. I don't necessarily think Kevin Stefanski's handled it in the wrong way.
Developing two rookies is
developing two rookie
quarterbacks is impossible.
It's impossible. And it makes you question the Browns' strategy to begin with. I personally think that it was either Haslam or somebody. I mean, there's claims that Andrew Berry wanted Shedeur Sanders. I don't know if that's true. It seemed like he wanted Dillon Gabriel. I don't believe that. I don't know. I think it came from upstairs. I really do.
I think that came from much higher than Mr. Berry did.
I do too. I do too. But
I think there's two quarterbacks on this roster that Andrew Berry does not want and has, and that's as far as I'm going to go with it.
If Shedeur is bad, though, I will say this. I think it proves that Stefanski might be right for benching him as long as he did. If Shedeur ends up great, then maybe Stefanski's proven to be the fall guy here, and I can understand that. That's just my opinion. I think the whole Shedeur thing is being really, really overhyped for no reason. He's a 5th round pick, okay? Just let the guy play and let's see what happens. That's my opinion.
So overhyped in the media that we talked about him for 5 minutes.
He's a 5th round pick. I'm just being real. He is, and it's with respect to him. It's with all due respect.
Here we go again.
This is all I'm going to say is we don't want to dive into it because he's overhyped in the media. And then we also spent 5 minutes on this podcast talking about it because it's that polarizing of a subject. I'm not disagreeing with anything you're saying. Yeah. I just think it's fascinating that we have a 3.5 minute timer for this game. And we talked about Shedeur for 5 minutes because it's just such a polarizing thing to talk about.
And it's ridiculous in my opinion. And you're not wrong, Jake. Everything you said is 100% right. And listen, I'm rooting for Shedeur Sanders as a Browns fan. You know, you hope he plays the best he can, but I'm just not. I don't have the high expectations that a lot of people in the city do. Just because you have a 1st round grade and get drafted in the 5th round says something. And yes, I know we got to move on. I'm sorry.
No, I was just doing Shedeur's celebration because we're gonna see that next week when he beats the Raiders by 3 touchdowns.
All right, we're moving on.
We'll see about that. All right. Let's go on to the Steelers and Bengals. I know we took a lot on Shedeur there.
We gotta shorten one of these.
All right. I'll keep it short. Steelers and Bengals. This was how the first game was supposed to go. Except for now Aaron Rodgers is injured. And also in the headlines of JaMarr Chase spitting on Jalen Ramsey. Kind of didn't have that in my bingo card for this week, but here we are. But yeah, this is the win the Steelers should have had before the Ravens were doing good, but now the Ravens are doing good, so this win means less. Mason Rudolph somehow didn't fumble this game because I was fully expecting him to blow this. I do not like Mason Rudolph. And hopefully, Aaron Rodgers was supposed to be out for considerable time. Then I guess he heard that next week was against the Bears, so now he's only questionable. So yeah, that's all I got to say. Defense balled out the way they needed to in the way that they should have. What do you guys think? Andrew, I'll start with you.
You know what? The Bengals were terrible in this game. Their defense is terrible. Their offense didn't even look that good. I just want to say this off the rip. What JaMarr Chase did in that game is indefensible.
Funny.
Indefensible. And I'm not a big Jalen Ramsey fan. You don't spit on somebody. I'm sorry. Indefensible. Completely indefensible.
Indefensible but funny.
Funny, what not, I don't care. It's indefensible. It was ridiculous. It shouldn't have happened.
Go with
Very
that.
childish move. I'm not really a fan of Jalen Ramsey. You don't go and spit on the guy. I'm sorry. That's just my opinion. And Jalen Ramsey being upset, totally understand it. Mike Tomlin even said today in Pittsburgh, when someone spits on you, you know, you have every reason to be a little upset about it. I get it completely. So, it's indefensible. And I just want to get that off the record. What JaMarr Chase did was indefensible, and the fact he's suspended for a game totally makes sense. If I'm Pittsburgh, I'm a little worried that the Ravens are coming back on you, but I'm not freaking out because you still have the division lead. I think the Bears are at a point where they might be at a crossroads here where we start to see who the Bears really are. So I'm actually excited to play the Bears if I'm a Pittsburgh Steelers fan because I think you can expose them a little bit this week. I'm a little bit less concerned about the Steeler defense now. It's looked a ton better. It looked very good against the Bengals this weekend. I
I'll
know
buy
the
it.
fans may disagree with me there, but like I really am not as concerned about the Steelers defense as I once was. But still, I mean, to me, they played essentially a perfect game against the Bengals, and hopefully Aaron Rodgers gets back out there. We'll see what happens, and I'll be honest with you, I even have Mason Rudolph faith in this game, even if it's not Aaron Rodgers. I know. I would rather it be Aaron Rodgers, but to me, like Mason Rudolph just filling the gap for 1 week against a team that I don't think is that good. I trust Mike Tomlin in this situation more than I trust Ben Johnson. That's just me. As Ben Johnson is a head coach. I mean, Ben Johnson has been coaching terrific in the last couple minutes of games. I will say that, but I don't trust the Bears. Jake, the floor is yours.
I don't have anything.
Jake doesn't have anything. All right. Shall we move
All
on
right.
then?
We saved 20 seconds. Let's go.
All right. Save 20 seconds there for Jake to talk about his next game, 49ers, Arizona. I want to know why you picked this game. I didn't see much here.
Well, A, I didn't, you guys took all the good ones. So that was the A. B, I
Sorry.
didn't watch a lot this week. I was at work. I had a 10-hour shift. So I didn't watch basically a minute of football.
Yeesh.
And C, nobody ever talks about the 49ers, dude. And they're always good. Outside of last year when they got like a bazillion injuries, this team is always good. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. It doesn't matter who the skill players are. As long as they have Kyle Shanahan, they're going to be a good team. And they're right in the thick of it in the NFC West. They're right in the thick of it in the NFC playoff picture. And they just got their starting quarterback back, and he looked really good. So I don't know that I saw much in the game itself. It's just the 49ers just quietly do the thing that they always do. They're like the Milwaukee Brewers in baseball. You never talk about them. Nobody ever cares. And they just win the NL Central every year. And it's the same thing with the Niners. We always talk about the Seahawks and the Rams and the Eagles and the Lions and all these other teams. And here are the Niners, consistent as ever, staying at the top of the NFC. I don't know that they're like a force to be reckoned with. I think that's still to be seen, but they are incredibly well coached. Robert Saleh is back where he belongs as a defensive coordinator, and they've got a quarterback that's won football games before and a coach that's won football games before. And it's just a recipe for the playoffs that you don't want to run into. And that's all I got. Shout out Jacoby Brissett.
That's
Matthias,
good.
why are we shouting him out? What did he do?
So I'm glad you gave it to me because I was going to talk about it anyways.
I realized we talked about before the show that you wanted it, so I'm gonna give it to you.
But yeah, so we have a new single game passing record with Jacoby Brissett for 47 completions, only 10 drops for 57 total attempts for 452 yards and 2 touchdowns in a 19-point loss. But looking at
41 points to show for on that. That's insane.
yeah. And on the other side of that, to your point, Jake, I completely agree because they were winning with Mac Jones, which Mac Jones wasn't the same, looked the same from when he was coming out of college. But now Brock Purdy came back, had a really solid 200-yard game, 3 touchdown. Christian McCaffrey had 2 touchdowns. Like they're getting scary, and the thing is that they're finally getting healthy. So yeah, I didn't mention them in my little contender spiel, but I wouldn't be surprised if they just ran up on one anyways. But yeah, like the 49ers are good and the Arizona Cardinals are bad. But shout out to Mike Wilson, who I've never heard of before, but had 185 yards against the 49ers. So yeah, look for him for fantasy next week, I guess.
Yeah, if Marv is out.
49ers are getting healthy. I'm scared of them a little bit too. I'm not overly scared. I think the Rams are a better football team, but and I think the Seahawks might be slightly better too. But I'd be concerned if I'm anyone in the NFC and you have the 49ers on your schedule, because that is going to be a grudge match for you. That they're coming to play. So keep an eye on the Niners. That I can't argue that with Matthias whatsoever. And congrats to Jacoby Brissett. Sorry that you lost that game. I mean, that's not honestly your fault. You play for the Arizona Cardinals. So, all right. Moving on to the Chiefs and Broncos. And you know what? I was stunned at this game because the Broncos, not only did they win it, they really won it with their defense mostly. I'll say that. I'm still not overly impressed by Bo Nix, even though Bo Nix has been a lot better than I thought he would be. As you guys know, I was not high on Bo Nix in the draft at all, but he's been a lot better than I thought he'd be. Is this just Sean Payton coaching really good? Is just the Broncos defense with Vance Joseph being rock star at all times, probably the best defense in the NFL. I mean, if not the
Both,
best
I think.
defense in the NFL, yeah. I mean, they're on fire. They're playing very, very well, and it's hard to be concerned about them because they're winning football games completely. If I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan, I'm very concerned. I'm very concerned. They've lost to the Bills. They've lost to the Chargers. They've lost to the Jaguars. They've lost to a lot of teams that hold now the tiebreaker over them. So if I'm a Kansas City Chiefs fan, forget about the AFC West. I'm worried about the wild card.
They're all just they have to miss the playoffs so they can go to Taylor Swift's wedding. They all got to get time off.
Oh my gosh.
Take a PTO.
Well, fine. They missed the playoffs and go to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce's wedding. Fine, but still.
Personally, I'd rather go to the wedding.
I'm sorry?
Personally. That's just me, though. I'd rather be at the wedding.
Keep them wherever the wedding is. They're not going to the playoffs.
I mean, the thing with the Chiefs is... Go on, I'm sorry.
I'll trade anything for an invitation to that wedding.
I know you would.
That's all I'm going to say.
Swiftie superstar fan Jake Malensick right below me, everybody. He loves Taylor Swift, and he loves Travis Kelce, and he wants to go to the wedding.
Hey,
I get it. I get it.
Tickets available, I'll be there.
I get it for the Chiefs. I'm concerned about making the playoffs this year if you're the Kansas City.
I agree with that. All jokes aside.
They're playing the Colts this week, and the Colts are not necessarily, we're not so sure. I mean, we've been not so sure on the Colts at times. Then we're sure because they've shown that they're winning football games. Who is, us. I mean, like we've been very the NFL this year is incredibly confusing. Okay, yes, fine, me. Okay, the NFL is very confusing this year. Okay, if I'm a Chiefs fan, I'm worried about not making the playoffs. Forget about the AFC West now. I think Denver or the Chargers are going to win the West. I'm worried about you're not making the playoffs now. And I don't think that is necessarily good right now if you're Andy Reid. Forget about Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has plenty of years left in the league. Andy Reid, I mean, I don't know how much longer he's going to coach, but if I'm Andy Reid and you're chasing Belichick at this point, you need to make the playoffs as much as possible. And I'm not saying coaching is necessarily the reason the Chiefs are in a slump right now, and I didn't mean to take up all the time. I'll leave the floor open. If I'm the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm worried you're not making the playoffs. Forget about the AFC West at this point.
Do you want this one, Jake?
I don't know that there's much else to say.
Okay, I got it. So this is just another week of what I said of the Broncos winning ugly. Did I think they were going to win this game? No. I thought the Chiefs were going to do their black magic and they were going to win, but here they are. And looking at the game, it was back. It was the Broncos leading and then the Chiefs catching up. And then the Chiefs finally took the lead with 9 minutes left. And within those 9 minutes, the Chiefs couldn't score and the Broncos were able to kick 2 field goals for the win. And that was a clutch factor that we have seen not against the Chiefs for a very long time. Usually it's the Chiefs getting a bailout penalty or Patrick Mahomes doing something crazy. But yeah, it seems like they don't have it anymore. And I'm still worried about the Broncos because this is a game where Bo Nix flipped a coin and he finally landed on, I'm going to play like Brett Favre today instead of Brandon McFadden. So and
even then, I still feel like the Broncos defense played better than the Broncos offense.
Well, that's just always.
Tail of the season.
I really do. I mean, that's just me. But yeah, if I'm a Chiefs fan, I'm worried about not making the play.
Don't stop the recording. This is an important timeout.
What's up?
Have you heard, Matthias, this is more for you. Have you heard of the Karis LeVert wheel?
Yeah.
Where that's Bo Nix.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like
spins a wheel and just decides who he wants to play for that day.
Yeah.
Sometimes he's Michael Jordan. Sometimes he's Tyler Eulis. Shout out.
Shout out.
Big Blue Nation. That's Bo Nix this season.
It's literally Bo Nix.
Yeah,
It's
that was a
so
good. Sometimes he's Brett Favre and sometimes he's not.
Like it or not, though, the Broncos are 9-2. They look like the best team in the AFC West. Although it might be the Chargers, but definitely not this week. All right. Let's move on to Matthias. Your next game is the Packers and Giants. Go ahead.
all right. So I thought it was funny if I had this segment after the Browns talk, but I'm just going to say my joke anyways. Speaking of QBs that came into the league with a lot of expectation, Malik Willis scored a touchdown.
Shout out to him, baby.
But yeah,
Go Flames.
other than that, I think this game proved to me more than anything, not anything about the Packers, but if the Giants were healthy and had some things go their way, they would be a scary team. And if I'm a Giants fan, I'm already looking forward to next year because this team, they look good because they're keeping close against teams they shouldn't be at this point of the season with all their injuries, but they keep doing it. As a pack, I mean, looking at the Packers side of it, I'm more even in a win, I'm concerned. Like it's just so weird. I don't know if I have faith in this team anymore, and I said in the past that I don't. But like they won, which should be a good thing, but they're not winning pretty, and you need that statement game at this point of the season. Andrew, I'll start with you. What do you think?
I mean, I'm with you. I mean, I've been shaky on the Packers because I started to trust them after they beat the Steelers, and then they immediately lost to the Panthers, and I gave up faith again. So I don't know. I mean, the NFC North is weird this year. I mean, Detroit's loss was kind of concerning to Philadelphia. I don't trust the Bears because they're the Bears, but they look the most solid right now of those three teams. Detroit has the best resume right now, but they kind of lost in concerning ways to Philadelphia. And Green Bay, even though they beat the Giants, something doesn't feel right. Something doesn't feel right about the Green Bay Packers, and I can't put my finger on it. They've lost weird games, and then they tied the Cowboys, which was really weird. I mean, they're I can't make heads or tails of the Packers right now. They don't feel legit. They don't. I trust everybody in the NFC West, oh, except for the Cardinals over everybody in the NFC North right now. I trust everybody uh, in the AFC that's a contender. At least we think is a contender right now with the Packers. There's just no consistency. I don't see any consistency at all from the Packers, and they kind of played down their level of competition again. The Giants, though, I think their future's bright. I think firing Dable was the right move. Famous Jameis gave the Packers that game. Honestly, as much as I love Jameis Winston, we know his biggest flaw, and that's turning the ball over. So, to me, yeah, I'm speechless. I mean, if I'm the Giants, I'm excited for 2026.
Stop the
The
presses.
Packers,
Andrew
I'm worried.
Vody is speechless for the first time ever.
I'm speechless. I mean, I don't know.
Ever.
It's not the first time ever, Jake. The floor is yours. I don't know what to say, honestly.
It's not the first time ever, but it's rare. It's rare.
I mean, what are they?
Huh?
What are the Green Bay Packers? Like, they show no consistency.
That is a fantastic question that I don't have a good answer to.
They're the Atlanta Falcons with Micah Parsons.
The Atlanta Falcons that win because they have more wins than losses.
The only comment that I have on this game is I just acquired Jaden Reed in my Dynasty Fantasy League in a 5-team trade that sent shivers down the spines of everybody in our league. And it was baller. Shout out to everybody involved. I'm worried about the Packers still, despite the win. And I like watching Jameis play football. I don't care if he throws 7 interceptions. That dude is awesome.
You know, one of the games I got last week, right, in our picks? What was this one? Carolina and the Atlanta Falcons. Go on, Jake.
Yeah, I don't really remember why I picked this one either. I think it was probably because we talked about Bryce. We got Bryce Young before the show. Shout out Bryce. 400 and something, whatever. Matthias told me the number before the show and I forgot. 400-ish.
Best game of the season.
Yards.
Well, the best single game passing record.
In Carolina Panthers history.
Yards. I think it was league.
Definitely not league.
But yeah, it might be franchise if not league.
Probably
but 448
Carolina
yards.
Panthers history. Well, they're like an expansion team and they don't have a lot of good quarterback history besides Cam. So that would make sense.
Yeah.
Dude, I worry that the Panthers are going to be in a Jaguar situation where Bryce doesn't play bad enough to get replaced like Trevor, but he doesn't play good enough to like carry you to the next level. and like you're just gonna hold on to him because like he's not losing you games, but he's not like winning you games. And I've been thinking about that for a while because we've talked about Trevor a lot. And it's like you're stuck with Trevor. I wonder if the Panthers get to this situation where they're kind of just stuck with Bryce, where he's playing good enough games to win and he's doing his thing, and every once in a while he has like a great game, but then also like he has really bad games where they lose or really average games where they lose, but then also has really average games where they win, and you're like, what do I make of it? So I'm a little worried for Bryce. I'm a little worried for the Panthers, and I don't know that every time I think he's taken the next step, it doesn't work. From the Falcons standpoint, ouch. And you don't have your first round pick. So like you can't even tank. So like yikes. Not good to be an Atlanta fan at the current moment. The Braves were bad. The Hawks are the Hawks, and the Falcons are going to be bad, and they're going to give the Rams their pick. The Rams could go win the Super Bowl and pick in the top 5. So yikes for Atlanta.
No, yikes indeed. I agree. I mean, I don't have much to say about this besides my pick was right. Carolina's still above 500, everybody. I mean, I'll say this. Keep an eye on them. They've been competitive all year. Just keep an eye on them. I'm not saying, you should take them seriously. I don't think this is a team that's winning a playoff game. But based on their current record and based on the way Dave Canales is coaching and based on the way Bryce Young has been a lot more competitive this year than he has been in the past, keep an eye on the Panthers. I don't think they're going to surprise you in the playoffs if they even make it, but they're competitive. They're playing competitive in every game. If I'm the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, you still have to play them twice. I think you're losing one of those games.
They're going to lose in
Yeah.
Carolina, I bet.
I think they're
That's a
going to
good
lose to
call.
Carolina too. I do. I mean, so to me, like Carolina's playing competitive football. I don't think they're going to make the playoffs. I think they're competitive enough though, where you should keep an eye on them. That's my opinion there. I have nothing to say about Atlanta, and I think Raheem Morris is done after this year. I do not think he's coaching very good football at all. Nobody knows what the Atlanta Falcons are even doing. They have great offensive players. I'm looking at moving on from head coach if I'm the Atlanta Falcons. That's just me after this season. Matthias, the floor is yours.
Yeah, no, I don't really have anything on this game other than congrats to Bryce Young for that bag at the end of this season for this game alone.
All right. Let's move on now. Final game of the week that we want to talk about is the Jaguars and Chargers, and I'll host that one here real quick. Um, the Jaguars, I mean, I'm so frustrated by them. And, I've talked about Trevor Lawrence. He's going to come back. 2025 is the Jags' year. I kept saying that over and over again. And they lay an absolute egg in the fourth quarter against the Houston Texans. But then they come up and absolutely smoke the LA Chargers, completely dismantled them. The Chargers were awful in that game. Justin Herbert, probably the worst game of this season for him. Uh, Offensive line is bad. You can't put it all on Herbert. Jim Harbaugh coached his worst game. He made Liam Cohen look like he's been doing this thing for years. Uh, I mean, what's the one guy's name again? I mean, Bayshal Tootin? Is that it?
You
Bayshal
nailed it.
Tootin?
You
Yes.
nailed it. Virginia
74
Tech Hokie
yards.
legend, Bayshal Tootin.
74 yards. He absolutely smoked the Chargers defense in the run game. And the Chargers run defense isn't bad. It's not, top-notch NFL, but they don't usually let a guy you never heard of like Tootin rush for 74 yards in a game.
You've never heard of.
That I've never heard of.
Throw me in that category.
Okay, well not. I mean,
I picked him up in the waiver wire once this year.
But ETN's been the star for Jacksonville for the most part. Props to the Jaguars and Liam Cohen. They coached a great game. They absolutely dismantled the Chargers. Now I have questions on if the Chargers are frauds. I still question the Jaguars because they've shown no consistency whatsoever. But last week was also a divisional game, and as I've said numerous times on this show, divisional football gets weird. You never know what to expect, and you have a 50-50 chance if you're either team because that's just divisional football. In the NFL, it's still any given Sunday, but I mean, what are the Jacksonville Jaguars? What is this unit?
A football team.
Trevor Lawrence didn't even look that good in this game. And I'm starting to give up on him. And I wanted to have faith in him. He's thrown, I think, just as many touchdowns as there has been football games this year. And so he did enough to help the Jaguars win, but he didn't really do much beyond that. And so I don't know, guys. What do you guys think? I mean, they did blow out the Chargers. That's just the biggest takeaway I have here.
I think that's just more so them having a better fit against the injured Chargers than them being good.
Okay.
Because like the Steelers were supposed to have that because if you're going against an injured offensive line, you should pressure the quarterback. The
Maybe if
Steelers
you didn't
couldn't
have the most
pressure.
overrated defensive player in the NFL, you would have been fine.
Okay. How about I'm not going to fall for this. I'm going to keep talking. So, but either way, like Jacksonville, they understood what they had to do for the win, and they understood that they had to keep pressuring them. And yeah, once again, I think this is less on the Chargers, and no, this is less on Jacksonville and more on the Chargers being injured. And yeah, that's really all I gotta say. I'm not buying into any Trevor Lawrence thing or Jacksonville thing yet, but this is a step in the right direction for me to start believing.
All right, Jake, go ahead.
Yeah, I don't have much else. I think we bring up a great point with the offensive line. The Chargers are going to be hard to evaluate because they don't have two of their best offensive linemen. So if you just pass rush, you'll probably win.
I mean, I don't know, man. It's just the Jaguars, man. I mean, what are they doing? Like, can they just pick a lane? This is all I'm asking them to do.
Nope.
Pick a lane.
Nope.
It's not hard. It's not hard. Just pick a lane. All right, you know what it's time for. One sentence, one pick.
All right. Before we do, I'm using a timeout.
All righty.
Because I completely am surprised that none of us chose this game. Tampa Bay versus Buffalo. So
I thought one of you guys chose it. That's why I didn't.
Yeah, I thought one of us chose
Oh.
it, but here we are.
You know what? We should talk about the game. Matthias, since you brought that up, because we did not bring that up.
We could probably skip it. It's okay.
I was gonna keep it short.
Keep it short. We'll do 2 minutes on it. Go ahead.
We can okay.
It's a scoregami. It was a scoregami.
It sure was. I said this game that it was supposed to be a Tampa Bay win because Emeka Egbuka. I was proven wrong, but I think the biggest thing is that it's not because, like, I think people have finally figured out Tampa Bay's defense because they've lost to the Bills and the Patriots because they keep making splash plays. And, like, that's their defense's biggest weakness. Other than that, Baker Mayfield has still been playing well. Josh Allen, you give Josh Allen opportunities to make splash plays. That's not how you're going to win. I am a bit worried at Tampa Bay because especially in the playoffs, teams are going to be looking for that deep ball. Teams are going to be looking for those big plays. So they got to shore that up. But other than that, this was a great game by two teams that are in need of proving themselves coming to the postseason. Jake, you looked like you had to say something.
No, sorry. I heard the Ibuka, and then I was thinking of all these TikTok edits that I keep seeing, and I was really hoping that other people have seen them. Real G's move in silence like Egbuka. And then it's just Emeka Egbuka highlights, and it's fantastic. Shout out Lil Wayne, shout out Emeka, and shout out to all those people on TikTok who've made those Real G's move in silence like Egbuka edits because they're fire, and I like them every time. So good.
6
Andrew,
foot, 7 foot, 8 foot bunch.
Okay, that's not what I meant.
8 foot bunch. I was just gonna say, Baker Mayfield played tremendous.
I couldn't blame Tammy.
Baker Mayfield played tremendous. Josh Allen. That's the game from the Bills I wanted to see. If the Bills are going to come back and win the AFC East, we needed to see a game like that. If we're going to put faith back in the Buffalo Bills, because we've been out of the Buffalo Bills on this show, that's a game we needed to see. But they still lost to the Miami Dolphins. So let's not get too excited. Let's move on now. You know the drill. One sentence, one pick.
This is a show where we talk 2 sentences minimum usually.
Okay.
No, I do one.
I've tried so hard. You're the best at it.
There's the score from last week. Matthias was in last place. I was in the middle.
Jake, 11.
Jake, you were on a absolute roll. After
Dude,
the 4
I didn't pick the Giants
slate,
like an idiot.
But you picked almost every other game right out of the slate. So after 4 o'clock, after the Buffalo Tampa Bay game ended, you were on a roll. Every other game right there. So congrats to Jake again. And he's running away with it. He wants second place. He's been open about how much he wants second place.
I'm trying.
Still,
I'm literally trying
still.
to get second, and it's not working.
It's not working, and he is running away with it. He is running away with first place.
Whatever,
Caught
bro.
up to Matthias a little bit. So Matthias and I are right now in a fight for second and third place. But Jake is currently running away with it. Jake is about to pick dinner, it looks like. But we still got a couple weeks left.
There's a long way to go still.
Still a long way to go. And
I'm playing for second, so I don't know if
Matthias and I are neck and neck. All right. So you know what it's time for. One sentence, one pick. You know the drill, gentlemen. Let's get things rolling. Matthias, Buffalo at Houston. Thursday Night Football.
I've got Buffalo winning, and my one sentence is I wouldn't be surprised if Houston won.
Oh. Matthias still out on the Bills, I see. Jake, go ahead.
I'm going to go Buffalo because they're better.
I'm also going Buffalo because they're better. And
I also wouldn't be surprised
if
if the Houston Texans won this game.
Yeah.
I will be surprised if the Texans win this game. Buffalo is my pick. All right, Jake, I'll start with you for this one because this is your team, your other team.
Oh, God.
KC. The Chiefs going to miss the playoffs based on where they're at. Jake.
Yeah, I'm taking the Chiefs. There's no chance they're going to lose this game. There's a 0% chance that they're going to drop this one. They need it. They know they need it. And they've got a coach who knows they need it. That's my sentence with commas.
Matthias.
I choose the Colts, and my sentence is this is where the Colts prove Jake wrong.
Hope so.
I'm taking KC. I'm with Jake on this. They can't lose this game, and we know what Mahomes and those guys can do on offense when the backs are against the wall. They've done it before. I think they do it again. But having said that, though, I don't think they're winning the AFC West, but they're going to find a way to sneak into the postseason. Seattle at Tennessee. Do we really need to talk about this game, guys? Matthias, I'll let you start. But does anybody have a sentence on this matchup?
Sam Darnold redeems himself.
All right, Jake.
Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba, Offensive Player of the Year.
I'm taking Seattle. Even though I think they need to buy out a little bit on Sam Darnold, they are going to be fine against the Titans. Cam Ward, I'm sorry. I really am that you play for the Titans because I really believe in you and I think you got a bright future ahead in the NFL. I'm sorry you're a Tennessee Titan right now. Minnesota, Green Bay. Matthias, go ahead.
Green Bay, because Minnesota looks worse somehow.
Jake?
Green Bay, begrudgingly.
I'm also going with the Packers. All right. New York Jets at Baltimore. Let's mix it up. Jake, you're first.
Baltimore. But Tyrod Taylor, revenge game.
Matthias.
Baltimore, Lamar Jackson reminds everyone why he should be in the MVP conversation.
Ravens keep bouncing back. I'm taking the Ravens. Giants at Lions. We'll go with Jake here again.
Lions are better than Giants.
Lions in a scrappy win.
I'm also taking the Lions in a scrappy win. Think it's close? Think is Dart in yet or no?
I don't think we know yet. I think he's still in the protocol.
I think if Dart is in, the Giants have a better chance, but I think Jameis makes it fun. Scrappy win, I agree with
Jameis always makes it fun.
He does. But I'm taking the Lions here. I have no choice. Let's go to Matthias here. It's his team now. Pittsburgh at Chicago.
Oh, God.
Both my teams.
His two favorite teams in the world.
Apparently. All right. Steelers, Aaron Rodgers owns majority of the Bears.
Jake.
I have no idea. The Bears find ways to win every week. The Steelers have to go 500, so they got to keep losing again somewhere.
I'm picking the Steelers to win this game. I'm sorry. The Chicago collapse is now. The Bears collapse is now.
They're down. baby.
All right, here's another game I don't think we have any business really talking about, but we're going to talk about it anyway. New England and Cincinnati. Matthias, go ahead.
I have New England, and my sentence is no JaMarr Chase.
Jake.
Cincinnati loses,
Okay.
but covers.
I'm taking the Patriots because they're better. All right. Browns at Raiders. All right, Jake.
Taking the Browns.
Taking the Browns. Shedeur Sanders first start. All right.
Sentence is I don't know why.
Matthias.
I hate playing the Raiders, by the way. As a Browns fan, we play the stupidest games against the Raiders every single year. Sorry. I hate them so much.
I was going to say Raiders because the Browns find ways to lose more than the Raiders have found ways to lose.
I'm looking it up right now. The last time the Raiders lost to the Browns was
1936.
no, it wasn't that long ago. Let's see here.
Feels like it was that long ago.
It's probably going to be like the
2014.
season, Derek.
The Raiders have beaten the Browns in their last 5 meetings.
Yeah, they beat us every. No, because there was. I think it was against the Raiders that stupid.
I'm sorry, I don't think Shedeur
I can't say
Sanders
that.
is ready yet. I just don't. I'm taking the
I'm not gonna
Raiders.
say it.
And now
Nick Chubb coming out party on the Coliseum dirt. He had like 2 80-yard touchdowns, and we still lost that game.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
that was the year the Raiders were bad too. But
Yeah.
Gruden's return year. I remember.
Well, they always beat us when they're bad, and we're good. So maybe we'll win this year because we're
They
both
beat
bad.
us last year in Las Vegas again. This game's in Las Vegas too. I'm taking the Raiders here. Shedeur's not ready yet. Shedeur's not ready yet. That's my sentence.
Yeah, neither is Geno Smith. Come on, Shedeur, come through for me, baby.
And we'll see about that. I don't have high expectations.
Shedeur wins, I'm getting his jersey.
Jacksonville at Arizona. Jake will roll to you for this one.
God.
Yeah.
Jacksonville, because it's Arizona.
Matthias.
Jacksonville, and my sentence is Arizona should still only cost $1.
Oh boy, Jacksonville for me too. But I won't be surprised if Arizona wins.
Bro, I just got that joke right now. That's so bad.
Divisional
flew over my
game.
head.
I'm amazed you didn't get it right away. I was laughing right away.
Both of you two are laughing, and I just did not get it. I got it. We're good.
Philadelphia, Dallas. Go ahead, Jake.
Philly. Although
Philly.
Divisional
game.
Right. That's why I went, well, Philly.
Matthias.
Right?
Philly. They continue their hot streak, and if they don't play good, the refs save them.
Divisional football is always weird. You got to take the Cowboys in this situation. I'm taking Dallas. Philly's the better team, but the Cowboys pull through with this one. My sentence is Dak is still having a good year. Atlanta at New Orleans. We'll start off with Matthias.
The toilet bowl.
I have Atlanta winning, and my sentence is, you like that?
Jake, go ahead.
I'm taking the Saints. In Tyler Shuck, we trust.
I'm taking the Saints as well.
Older than me, and rookie quarterback, baby.
The Saints are at home, and as I said, divisional football gets weird. The Falcons have shown me nothing. Nothing.
They've shown me too much.
Except the Bills win. Tampa Bay at the Rams. This is going to be a fun Sunday night game. Who did I start off with last time? Or just Jake, just go ahead.
The Rams are better on both sides of the ball. If I'm taking the Rams.
I have the Rams.
That face at me.
I have the Rams winning, and my sentence is, I hope these teams play against each other in the playoffs.
I'm also taking the Rams. I have no choice here because they're just on fire.
Come on, Baker.
Bay, though. I love Tampa Bay. I kind of want Tampa Bay to win, but I am picking the Rams. I got to be smart here because I'm in last place. I need to at least catch up to Matthias this week. All right, Carolina at San Francisco. Matthias, go ahead.
All right.
Take the Panthers.
No.
Okay. I tried.
I'm taking the 49ers, and my sentence is they're starting to get healthy.
Jake.
San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
Good coach, winning quarterback, winning team.
San Francisco for me too. They're starting to get healthy and good team. I agree with both of you. All right, let's take a look at this week's picks. There they all are, gentlemen. Boom.
I feel pretty good.
Feel
this
good about
week.
falling to second place, which is where you want to be.
Like I can't really
so afraid.
I'm up by enough that even if I get everything wrong, I'll be fine.
True. I think my biggest difference in picks is with Matthias this week. So
your biggest difference is Dallas.
Yeah, well, let's see.
Dallas is crazy,
You
but also not
Colts.
that crazy at the same time.
The Colts.
I understand it.
Matthias, you picked the Colts.
I also picked Atlanta, so.
I mean,
I picked the Bears.
It's not like the Saints are good. Yeah, well.
I don't know, man. The Bears haven't failed me yet, but I'm too afraid.
All right, and that's one sentence, one pick, everybody. You know what it's time for? Basketball. NBA. They're playing basketball.
Oh, baby.
We love that basketball. I can't sing. Matthias, the floor is yours.
So the first thing I want to talk about, the Detroit Pistons. That this team has been looking good. In my season predictions, I said that this team is something to watch out for, and they're in the early goings of the season, only like 14 games under their belts, but this team's playing hard and they're playing well. They have Cade Cunningham, who's putting up 28 points, 5 rebounds, and 9.9 assists with almost a steal and a half. Jalen Duren, who looks like he could be an all-star center with 20 points and 12 rebounds for himself. Amen Thompson, Tobias Harris, Duncan Robinson, and all these players are scoring more than 11 per game.
I've always liked that Duren dude.
Yeah, I like Duren.
I've always been high on him, even when he was at Memphis.
Memphis, he was rocky, but he's been doing it. But like they're the first seed.
Happy for him.
Yeah, I am so happy for him. He is the first seed. I mean, they are the first seed out in the Eastern Conference, in which admittedly does look like the weaker conference of the two. Yes, that's usually a yearly thing, but this one looks astoundingly different. 12-2, solid wins. One of their only losses is to second place, which are the Cleveland Cavaliers. And man, the Cavs, they've been, after that little bumpy start, they've been getting back on the right foot. Donovan Mitchell doing 30 points and 5 assists. Evan Mobley, 18 points and 8 rebounds. DeAndre Hunter, he's been carrying my fantasy team out of nowhere with 17 points on his own, along with 5 rebounds. And I almost said Josh Allen. That's my... anyways, but Jared Allen.
I wish he'd play like Josh Allen sometimes.
Man, sometimes. But yeah, like this team, like even with the rough patch of Darius Garland coming back and not being 100%, because to me, he still doesn't look 100%, but like they're still doing it, and they're doing it solidly. Toronto's been playing fun basketball. I don't think Atlanta's going to belong there. But yeah, like these teams, Orlando's finally coming around. The East looks fun, but the Western Conference, it's like that wild, wild West in the mid 2010s. Like it's a bloodbath. OKC's still only 14-1.
How's our Spurs doing?
Spurs, they've been dropping off. They were 3rd, now they're 5th.
Oh, they got everybody hurt now, huh? That sucked. I just saw Castle's out today.
Yeah, Stephon Castle, another one in my fantasy team that I sorely need.
National champion.
Yeah, but yeah, they've been every team has been so good, and I think out of the top four, the one that's most odd to me, or top five would be the Spurs, but out of the top four, I think it's really weird to see the Lakers there because like
Yeah.
I would want them to see that push later because that'd be like, okay, LeBron's coming back, Luka's on the floor, but Luka's like, I'm still Luka Doncic. I'm the same guy that helped Dallas get to the finals again. Like they've been playing solid. I could talk so much about the Lakers as a pseudo Lakers fan at this point, but yeah, the league has been fun.
Is Reeves still hooping?
I hope my I'm gonna check right now
Because I
actually.
haven't heard as much about him. So I'm wondering if
Oh,
he's stopped
he's
hooping.
he's only putting up 28, 5 rebounds, 8
Yeah, he's
assists.
certainly still
So,
hooping. Let's go, Reeves.
so yeah, my pick of me saying that he is the best number 3 in the league looks wrong because he looks like a number 2 right now.
Yeah.
Like LeBron's still out and this team's doing this. So and like DeAndre Ayton's playing well. Like it's been fun.
Who?
DeAndre Ayton, yes.
In 2025? Let's
Yes,
go, Aiden.
He is averaging the 3rd most points on the Los Angeles Lakers in 2025.
Good for you, man.
But yeah, like looking at these next games this week, right now, I think a big one could be it's going to be Saturday, November 22nd. So I was going to say Thanksgiving. No, that's this weekend. But like this weekend, Pistons versus Bucks. Pistons, they're white hot. Milwaukee just got done playing a tough one with Cleveland today, and those losses are starting to catch up. And if you're Giannis, or not today, what is it? Yesterday? Yeah.
Monday.
Yeah.
But those losses are starting to catch up. And Giannis, if you're trying to get in the playoffs, if you're trying to stay in the playoffs and go past the first round, the wins need to start now.
Didn't I see Giannis got hurt today too?
Yeah, he had a groin, something with his groin, I think.
Oh boy, and you know what is coming up today?
What is coming up?
Rockets. That's going to be one heck of a game coming up this evening. That's going to be something else.
Oh yeah, on ESPN.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we get big time. We've made it, boys.
Green?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that game to watch out for tonight because the Rockets are also 3rd.
Mm-hmm.
So like this could
we like the Rockets on this show, right?
I mean, I like the Rockets.
I like the
KD.
Rockets.
Outside of KD, I like the Rockets.
I like Kevin Durant on a high-powered offense.
I mean, I still am rubbed the wrong way.
I don't hate KD anymore. I don't have the energy for that.
I'm still rubbed the wrong way by Kevin Durant going to Golden State, but that's okay.
But yeah, so that's what I've got so far. Yeah, this league is so stacked. One last shout out to Nikola Jokic because it just seems like he's figured out basketball.
Yeah, like the Rockets are good. They're definitely playing the best basketball probably since 2023. I'd say.
Not even
that's
that.
A really
Go ahead.
Way to put it.
Rockets are better around him this year too. That's the other thing as well.
That he's figured out basketball.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think we talked. That was on the show. I think that we were talking.
I'll say this now.
Like
I think Jokic's second ring is either going to be this ring or this year or next year. Sorry, I'm just saying. I think Jokic is not going to go out with just one ring. No way.
All yours, Jake.
Sorry about that.
No, I just like that's a good way to describe it to him because it's like he doesn't actually like basketball and like he just goes to work, but it's like those people that go to work and they just want to be good at their job because like that's the mindset that you have. Like I do it every day. I go to work and I try to be the best version of myself. And so does Jokic, except we both, well, he probably hates his job more than I do. And I work at a store and he's in the NBA and it's crazy.
Yeah,
but he has figured out basketball. He's not the most athletic guy. He doesn't have the best jump shot. But like he's just cerebral. Love that word. And it's perfect for him.
Yeah, it's just surgical. Like he goes down and he already knows what to do. And he already knows your counter for what you want to stop him from. And it's just insane. Like
he'll just throw a backwards pass over his head and Jamal Murray's just wide open because he knows he's there.
Yeah, it's cerebral. I like that word.
You still play for the Nuggets?
Yes.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, I think this MVP race, if it was to be given right now, the committee would have a fit because nobody would know who to give it to.
What you want?
Yeah,
They've already given Jokic so many, so that's why I said it.
he probably deserves another one because these stats are insane. But yeah, that's all I've got. Watch NBA basketball. I'm making an effort, or I'm going to make an effort to watch more.
I'm trying to. So
Yeah,
I definitely will once January rolls around. I'm just not a big. I probably will watch the Cavs and the Rockets tomorrow. I'll say that. That's
he missed
definitely
a 55 point triple double by Jokic when he was shooting 77% on the floor.
And why am I not surprised? Because that's just Jokic.
You
Why am
could
I
see
not
it.
that
surprised?
sounds like he's playing 2K though.
Yeah,
That's like that's Chris Smooth. That's not real.
literally.
Well, that's how good Jokic is. I mean, I'll say this. I really like watching the Houston Rockets. I mean,
I
even though
love
I'm not a huge KD fan, as I mentioned earlier, I mean, I still love Alperen Şengün. He could make an MVP case right now. I think he's been better than KD from what I've seen. He's definitely like the guy in Houston right now, I'd say.
Their Thompson twin is also a dog.
No,
Yeah,
I
I
agree.
think it's
I agree.
Amen.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good too. And the Grizzlies are probably going to move off of JaMarr at some point. These either at the trade deadline or next season. Would you think?
Yeah, I don't think JaMarr's staying on the team.
Yeah, that's a dysfunctional situation in Memphis.
JaMarr, college for $2. Anybody?
Oh my gosh. Oh my
I know
gosh.
Matthias. I know you know it. Come on.
Oh my gosh.
He was drafted in between two Duke guys. So
Sure was.
Virginia? No, it wasn't.
No.
No.
Virginia. Oh my God, why did I say that?
It's not.
Uh,
It's on the tip of my tongue, and when you say it, I'm going to know
They
it.
played Marquette in the tournament and they won as a 12 seed.
Oh my gosh.
The Murray State Racers. Same school as Campaign. The campaign.
Oh. Yeah.
Watch that game. Easiest 12-5 upset pick of my life. Because they had Ja.
Yeah.
And Marquette did not.
I'm upset. I knew it. Because
We
I
took
thought
that whole 10 minutes. I'm proud of us.
I'll say, you know what? That one Jazz was a Jazz Kings game the other day. That was a thriller. That was like 150 to 148.
I think it was.
Dude, I bet on a Knicks game the other day.
They're both
They
not
gave up
very
like
good.
160 and one, and I was mind blown.
I was surprised
Yeah,
to learn Kevin Love's now on the Jazz.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I
Yeah,
didn't
he's
know
in
that
he's
literally
in his
until the other
dream
night.
phase.
I did not know
I
that.
just found out recently that Colin Sexton was on the Hornets, and I felt so bad for my guy. I miss him every day.
Lauri Markkanen, is he on the
He's still on the Jazz.
He's leading the Jazz.
I
He's
was
a
gonna say, is it
dog
the
now.
Utah Cavs yet? Is it the Utah Cavs yet?
They're getting close.
They're getting close.
They have all our picks.
Well,
Yeah.
true. But I'll say this: there's been some doubt in town on the Cavs. I'm not worried at all.
No, I'm not worried anymore.
I mean, they're saying something feels off. When I've watched the Cavs this year, nothing feels off. I mean, I saw some early losses, but like nothing that.
Yeah,
It's
the only
the
thing that
regular
feels off
season.
is like the Darius Garland thing, but like at least to me, like
I'm
that, and
more
then
worried
like,
about if they can get out of the second round. That's where my focus is right now. It's not.
You're honestly the Cavs season does not matter until June,
Yeah.
April,
It
or May.
It
or
doesn't
whatever.
matter till April and May, really, right now to me. Like I
Yeah.
think right now they got to figure out a way to get out of the second round. That's where I'm at, and I'm not so sure with the way Detroit's playing right now. I mean, I don't want to play Detroit right now with Cade Cunningham. They look like JB Bickerstaff looks like he has that team more ready than Kenny Atkinson has.
yeah, he's on a revenge tour.
JV
Yeah,
Bickerstaff in the playoffs. I've seen that before. We ain't
Oh
losing.
yeah, I agree. I know. I'm
We are not
saying-
losing to a JB Bickerstaff led team in a postseason series.
Let's match up with the Pistons in
All right, guys, clip
the
that.
second round. All right.
Don't you dare clip that. You make that a reel, I'm gonna delete it.
We're gonna
Flag it for fraud. I didn't say that. That's AI.
No AI outside of our thumbnails occasionally goes into the making of the show.
Much to the chagrin of someone's girlfriend who does not appreciate it.
Well, good
It's
thing I
not mine.
changed it to Canva. Good thing I changed it to Canva.
She's just upset because she doesn't get to look at our beautiful faces because it doesn't look anything like us.
Well, good thing
Yeah.
that Canva
Anyway.
has fixed it. All right.
Thank you, Emily. We love you.
Shout out to Emily, Jake's girlfriend. All right. Let's move on. College football. Jake, you have the floor for this one. Some big games coming up, some big games from the weekend. Alabama lost to Oklahoma. Let's
For the
go.
second straight year, they've
Let's
lost to Oklahoma.
go.
Yep.
Let's go. Although some are concerned that that means they match up with Ohio State in the playoffs. I'm
Yeah, I'm
not.
not worried.
I'm not worried at all.
Not worried. There's not a single
Alabama
team on this
at
schedule that
home.
worries me except the one in Michigan.
I agree with that. I 100%
Not a
agree with
single
that.
one.
I agree
I'm
with
not
that.
scared of Alabama. I'm not scared of Indiana. I'm not scared of Georgia. I'm not scared of A&M. I'm not scared of anybody except that team in Michigan. It's the only team that scares me, and they scare me every year because I think Ryan Day is gonna beat him this time, but they still scare me. But anyways,
That's next week.
yeah,
We'll worry about that next week.
that is another problem. We got to get through Rutgers first.
Let's
We
get
got a
through
bye
Rutgers.
week against Rutgers.
Yeah, that's a bye week.
Jake, 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 Jake.
Yes.
You know what I'm gonna say.
Please don't do the thing.
You know what I'm gonna say.
Don't do the thing.
You know. You
What are you
can't
gonna say?
overlook anybody.
You shouldn't overlook anybody.
I'm doing the Jake right now. No, it's a bye week this week. You want me to do the thing? BYEW.
No.
No, I definitely don't want you to do that thing. I'd rather not do this segment at all. All right, anyway.
I'm not going to say that when it comes to Michigan, but until then, Jake, the floor back to you.
I've never had the floor one time during this segment. That's supposed to be, I was supposed to have it.
All right, Jake, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Oklahoma, big win against Alabama. That gets Oklahoma into the playoff. There's something bad happening in college football, and they're disrespecting the Big 12, and it is so rude to a great conference. BYU and
Big
Utah.
10 and SEC is all that you need. Sorry.
No, it's not all that you need because I want to watch Utah football in the playoffs because Utah football is a fun brand. They are gritty. They play defense. They've got one of the most underrated coaches in the whole country, Kyle Whittingham. You know who I don't want to see? 3-loss Texas. I want to see Utah instead. I don't care about these 3-loss SEC teams. I don't care about this mid Big Ten team. No, I want to see Utah and I want to see BYU. I want to see freshman Bo Bachmeyer. Whatever the heck his name is, I forget his name. At BYU, I want to see those guys. Because I'm tired of this SEC Big Ten bull shnikes that they're trying to push at me. I really wanted to swear there. Bull shnikes. Give the Big 12 the credit it deserves.
I'm with you when it comes to Texas. Texas is going to probably go 9-3.
Yeah.
Lost team. I don't see. They're not good. I don't know.
They're not good. So let
the committee
Utah
thinks they're good. If the committee still wants to rank them, they're ridiculous. I'm sorry.
Give me Utah. Give me BYU. Don't give me these mid teams. Anyways, really worried about. I'm worried about Tate and Smith for the Buckeyes. Ryan Day's been very non-committal about commenting about their injuries, so that's scary. As a Buckeye fan, didn't look that great against UCLA without either one of them. Sayin played like garbage, so that's concerning, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Good college football coming up these next 2 or 3 weeks. You got rivalry week next Saturday, and then there's some huge races at the top of these conferences. Big 12 is wide open. ACC is wide open. The Group of 5 playoff spot, which is right now Tulane, is wide open. It could be Tulane. It could be Navy, which I think America's rooting for. It could be North Texas. It could be James Madison. So fun races. Going to be fun. There's going to be some teams that you wouldn't normally watch that you might want to watch. SMU is a team that's still in it. Like I said, North Texas, Tulane. Watch Navy. They're awesome. Navy's always awesome with their option offense, but they're like extra awesome because they have like the perfect quarterback for it who can like throw a little bit, but he also runs, so he's perfect. Watch sports. Sports are the best.
That is true. I will not argue.
I agree.
I will not argue on that.
For quarterback watch, Mendoza at Indiana, ballin'. Simpson at Alabama, playing pretty well. I'm kind of out on the Oregon dude right now. I think he's going to go back to school anyways.
So we're all in on Arch Manning.
No, we're not. We are all out on Arch Manning. We are all in as a team that needs a quarterback in the pro leagues. We're all in on Mendoza. And Julian saying for Heisman. That's all I got.
Matthias, do you have anything on college football? I think Jake kind of said it all for me.
Just looking at last week's game, I like South Carolina because they always play hard, but having that much of a competition,
we should have talked about that comeback. I should have mentioned that.
Yeah, I got you, but yeah, like South Carolina always just like 4 times a season just like decide to punch someone in the mouth that like they should have no competition with, and they just always do it. Like I love watching them play. But yeah, like you said, Texas A&M did win, and like even though it was rough for them to be in that situation in the first place, they did show grit to come back from that. In like which I feel like if you put a lot of other teams in that scenario, they would not have done that. So yeah, like that. You said what?
I said all right.
Yeah, that, and then I was going to talk about Northwestern giving Michigan fits.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Just to
I love Northwestern's coach. I'm glad you brought them up. I saw a press conference with him. I'm all in on him. He's awesome. Like one of those just like he's a gets it guy. And like gets what this program needs, which is anything. Because it's a bad program. And he's
a lot of love.
It needs a lot of love. Little TLC. So I'm glad that you mentioned Northwestern.
Go Wildcats.
So
sadly, they didn't beat Michigan, but at the same time,
no, but it's a good
for Ohio State to do it.
Hey man, Northwestern plays hard. They should have won that game. Michigan had 5 turnovers and won.
All right.
That's what the Browns would do. They would have 5 turnovers on a game and lose, or turn the other team over 5 times and lose. Browns love doing stuff like that.
Browns always find crazy ways to lose games. All right, you got I love DK Metcalf.
Field goal return for a touchdown before.
All right, comment from DK Metcalf.
Oh yeah,
talk about Mason Rudolph performance versus the Bengals. That's I love DK Metcalf's comment this week.
Hey, I love DK Metcalf. Watch this. This is my rendition of Mason Rudolph. That's all I got. That's his head.
Long deep pass.
POV.
I mean, I don't have much to say about it. They played the Bengals, and the Bengals suck. So,
never forget watching that live.
Their defense is awful. Pittsburgh exploited that, and as I said before, I mean, JaMarr Chase was absolutely wrong by what he did.
His suspension has been upheld, by the way, so he is out.
Oh yeah. So
he tried to appeal, and he did not win
because it was so obvious. What JaMarr Chase did was wrong.
Period. Still funny, but wrong.
It was wrong. So, but Mason Rudolph, I mean, he looked okay. He didn't look that bad. If he starts for the Steelers this week, I still think they might have a shot against the Bears.
He is a high floor player, but just a really, 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 really low ceiling, but a very, very, very high floor.
And you notice that the Steelers win with Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
They've constantly won with Mason Rudolph. I'm just saying, I'm not saying that means like Mason Rudolph's their future or anything. But they found ways to win with him as their backup. And he's been with the Steelers for many years now. I mean, he's been back and forth around the league, but he always finds his way back to Pittsburgh somehow, some way. Maybe it's just because he knows someone in the building or they really like him. I don't know. But
he knows everybody in the building.
Oh, yeah, he knows everybody in the building. But like I don't know. I mean, but so to me, like, I wouldn't be surprised if he beats the Bears this week, but I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can't really evaluate too much. He did okay against a team that sucks, and that's Cincinnati.
Just know I'm rooting against you. I love DK Metcalf.
I'm sure you are. Matthias.
All right.
Your burner.
So I don't know why you want to talk about this. I don't like him as a quarterback. And like he had an efficient game. He 12 for 16 for a touchdown. But like, yeah, that's a good game manager for somebody that replaced someone that's injured. But for next week, I would rather have Aaron Rodgers on all the painkillers and ayahuasca in the world than Mason Rudolph stepping on that field one more time.
That's a real worthy? Is that real worthy what Matthias just said?
Sure.
Yes.
But since even before what happened with Myles Garrett, like, he has never struck me as, yes, this quarterback's going to help us win games. Like, he is part of the Tomlin system that trips, falls, does something stupid, and still wins. And he's the perfect quarterback for it in this stupid system that Tomlin still runs, where it's just we just trip and fall into 9-8, or we trip and fall into a winning season somehow. And he's just the reason why Aaron Rodgers has been good isn't because he's been healthy or he's been throwing moon balls. Yes, he's been doing both, but he looks at Mike Tomlin and goes, no, I'm not doing that play. I'm doing an audible. So, like, this makes me want to consider picking the Bears, but I'm banking on Aaron Rodgers coming back, but I don't like Mason Rudolph. That's my soapbox.
This man would rather have Aaron Rodgers on Neptune, high out of his mind on painkillers.
Yes.
And Mason Rudolph. There's your quote. I love DK Metcalf. Higher than the Empire State, as some might say.
Aaron Rodgers.
I think we need to end the show on that. Right.
Andrew's going to cut that, and that's fine. It's totally fine.
Well, tonight we are young, so we end the podcast right now. It was a blast. See you next week, and I can't sing.
That was my fault. That's my fault. I deserve that.
I can't sing. That's today's edition of Raw Takes and Company. I love Metcalf. We love you, and we love your comments. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. We expect another one this week. We'll be back next Wednesday again. We're on Wednesday for the next 2 weeks, so stay tuned. Happy early Thanksgiving, everybody. For Matthias Andhar, Jake Malentic, any final words before we end the show?
Bear down.
Cavs in 5.
All right. Have a good one, everybody. We'll be back with you next week. Leave a comment. Follow us on social media. And we can't wait to be back with you here on Raw Takes and Company next Wednesday. So stay tuned.
Tweet Andrew and tell him he can't sing.
Okay. Have a good one, everybody.